Welcome back to lesson 2. I hope you managed to fill in some question answers in lesson 1. If you were struggling with any of them or just generally with putting some answers down, don't worry about that because you will be able to go back to them later. And this is all part of the process. Some of the questions are much easier to answer than others, and some of them may involve areas of your life that you've never really given a lot of thought to. So don't worry about it. Now, in lesson 2, we're going to start to try and look at those answers that we've given in a slightly different way. We've already seen from the Michael Jordan video that success and failure are rather different from what many of us like to think they are. And looking at success and failure in a different way can actually help us get out of our own way and be more successful in pursuing our goals. So what I'd like you to do now is watch the 2 videos on limiting beliefs. Limiting beliefs are a way that we trap ourselves into believing things that aren't necessarily true about ourselves. So what I'm going to ask you to do after you've watched those 2 videos is go back over the answers to your questions and look and see if you can find any evidence of limiting beliefs in your answers. For example, if you put down that your worst character trait was laziness, let's say, then you could say, well, is it always necessary to be working hard all the time to no good effect? Sometimes, because we don't want to work any harder than we want to, we look for ways of making life easier for ourselves, doing less and accomplishing more. So the traits that we're writing down as good or bad may not necessarily be only good or bad. It may just depend on how we personally are living them out in our lives at the moment. So that's the kind of thing I mean. Similarly, in the questions, what was my greatest success or my greatest failure? We sometimes have quite rigid and fixed ideas about what our successes and our failures were. And if we go back and take another look at them, we can maybe see things differently. So give it a try, don't be too hard on yourselves, and I'll see you back in the next lesson.